Welcome back. I know it's been a minute since I did a video, but I thought I'd do a quick one on how I'm training for my Turbine Waiver. So I chose to use one of my EDFs. I think I mentioned that in one of my older videos that I already had. So I have this E-flite Viper 70mm that I've flown before, and it's fine. It's an airframe I'm already used to. And I know how it flies, I know how it lands, and it's really pretty docile. So I chose this airplane, and what I chose to do is just delay the throttle to match what the turbine that I'm going to use will feel like. So when I did a video of the turbine startup, I used that to get the numbers that I was going to put into this. So when I did that video, I found out that it takes about 11 seconds for the turbine to spool up from idle to full throttle, and about 6 seconds for it to go from full throttle back down to idle. So I set this model up to act the same way. And how I did that is I went into model adjust and servo setup. And then under servo setup, you can go to the speed. So on the throttle, I delayed the speed over here. So I set it to 11 seconds to come up and 6 seconds to go back down. And when I push the throttle all the way up, you can see how it slowly goes up to full throttle. And then a little bit quicker, but how it slowly goes back down to idle. So this will give me really good practice on my takeoffs and my landings. Takeoffs will be significantly slower to get up to speed, to actually my rotation speed. So that'll get me used to that. And landings, the biggest thing about landings is not so much the spool down, but the spool back up. If you were to have a bad landing or a bad lineup for landing. So I'm mentally preparing myself that as I'm in the traffic pattern and I turn final towards the runway and I'm lined up, I'm mentally making a judgment call, a go, no go. If I like the speed and the altitude at the time, then I call it and okay, I'll land. If I don't like it, that's my point that I want to throttle back up because it takes so long to spool up. So if I'm on final and I'm down like 20% typically on a final landing for how I fly, if I'm down around 20% and I need to get back up to 60-70% to go around, you can see that's the kind of timing that I would need. So for that, when I turn final, I'm going to be making a go, no go call that either I like the way it looks or no, let me go around, let me try again. So this is how I'm training for the Turbine Waiver. I think this is going to give me my greatest chance of success so that the turbine won't be any different to me. It really won't feel any different than this jet. The only thing that'll truly be different is the airframe. So I'm going to get one of the jet pilots at the club to help me maiden it. And then once we get it trimmed out and everything, should be ready for me to get my waiver. So hope this helps you guys. I think it's a great technique. I've had some guys say, you don't need to do that. You'll be fine. You're a good pilot. But I truly think this will give me my greatest chance of success. So, till next time, happy flying.